All right, so the next excuse I hear a lot, and I was the biggest offender of this one, is you work a lot. I was bulletproof. I worked 24/7. I loved it. I loved myself for doing it. I didn't have time for exercise, and I just figured walking between meetings was enough. I got really, really ill nearly a decade ago with both MS and then later within weeks with breast cancer. I was so unhealthy, and that was the tap on the shoulder I needed. So, and it also helped me reprioritise life in that working was not my priority and wasn't everything. So I think we find a lot of different mechanisms for saying, for prioritising work up there and deprioritising physical activity. But you would have so many members and clients in the gym who just go, I'm busy, I work a lot.
Yeah, I see it in different versions. The CEO member of our community that'll come in and they've just been working a lot for X amount of years. Yep. They come in and they're overweight and their body is in pain and everything's tight, everything's stiff.
And stressed.
And stressed. Yep. There's different versions of this. There's like the tradie that works a lot, right? And his body is so tight, so stiff. In his work fitness, he's strong, but in other ways, his health and wellness is suffering. And this goes on. You can have the academic that sits a lot and everything's weak and tight and jammed up that way. So we're all guilty of it. We've all worked a lot.
I work in a very creative sort of career, and I find the exercise helps me be more creative. It gets my brain freed up a little bit. It gives me just a moment to think outside the square and stuff, and I come back more refreshed than than anything.
Yeah. If you're working a lot right now and not investing the time in your health and your wellness and your training goals, that's okay. Just know that there's a plus and minus, right? That might be your plus right now. The minus might be that your health and wellness and your fitness and your physical ability and your mental ability will suffer. It will decline. Because if you're putting in here but not working on yourself with exercise and health goals, something's got to give. And yes, in the moment, we feel bulletproof and like we can take on 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 16-hour days and roll it in, week out. But there will come a point in time where your physical health and your mental health will decline.
The bulletproof thing is just such garbage. I can guarantee you it's such garbage. For me, it's also finding a role model that I go, wow, they can fit in. We were talking the other day about Julie Bishop, who was the Foreign Affairs Minister for Australia. She would get up 4 a.m. every morning, no matter where in the world she was, and do exercise. She'd have a security following behind her. She'd look damn stylish doing it, but she would just get out and do it. Yeah. And then go save the world for the rest of the day.
Yeah. So. Julie Bishop. Yep. There's other people that I like to follow and that work on these mindset things. If there's somebody else out there, and the chances are there is, if there's someone else out there that's busier than you and doing more things than you, and they're getting it done, then your excuse doesn't count,
it just doesn't
right?
count.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Other tips and tricks with this one is, I agree with Jill, get it done early in the morning because later in the afternoon, there's more work things that can spill in.
Totally.
Meetings, social events. Yep. If it's done and dusted out of the way, it's finished, you're good. The other thing is train smarter, not harder. Don't blast yourself 6 or 7 times a week. Yep. Take maybe 3 to 4 workouts a week and different formats. You might strength train 3 days a week and then do cardio 3 days a week, and that's a good balance. And
I know a lot of people, and COVID's done this, people are doing walking meetings now. Grab a colleague and do a walking meeting. Or I know health professionals who are even doing meetings in the park and walking meetings. Psychologists, GPs, and whatnot, who are walking with their patients. That's pretty amazing stuff.
That's a clever trick.
So look, I hope that dispelled that particular myth, and I can't wait to talk to you about the next one.
Thank you guys for tuning in.